I am standing beneath the emerald grid looking north. I am underneath the grid. Looking back is the central area, and I am just going to go forward with the emerald area north at this point in time. So this is where it looks like I have finally found some of the central command area, the command blocks that control. Oh, and they do have labels, so this is interesting. Not every block has a label, but some do. This is quite extensive. Not many have the labels. Zombie voice. Oh yeah, well, here you go. Zombies appear in the Pick the Flower section of the game. Chicken, cow, objective. The chicken machine that produces an egg and the cow appear in the Bake a Cake section of the grid. Okay, I'll go back to the beginning, and you can see that the coordinates are showing. So I would think each of the grids has something very similar to this, except that each grid would have the unique commands for that specific grid. I stumbled into this by accident. So we're about 43 blocks up from 0, and we're a variety of blocks down from the actual game itself. 43, the game is somewhere between the 60s, 70s, etc. I also noticed over in the distance, I see what looks like a setup of a grid on top of these purple blocks off in the distance. So I want to get to that level and explore that for this emerald grid. I have found the location, and again the coordinates are in the upper left-hand corner, 273, 29, 478. And from the locator on the exploratory locator map, you can see the locator at the beginning of what would be the Defeat the Monsters section of the grid. And the monsters are spiders. Both sides of the grid are built up down here. It's very dark, and because of the setup with the commands, I am not able to use night vision potion. But you can see both sides are here, and if you look closely, you can see that each section is encased in glass, so I cannot cross from one section to the other. I have jumped up and down the middle wall so we can look back. You can't quite see all of the other side. I am on the blue side. Over there is the yellow side. I have jumped down towards the center, and I'm going to climb back up. I'm limited to adventure mode, so I can't fly over this. And here we have where catch the fish would be. And I'll try to walk over to where this door is. And here we have light the lamps. And the lamps door is over there. That might be tricky to get to. I am now looking back over the light the lamps section. I managed to jump around to get to this. And here is where the pick the flowers section would be. This is a little bit easier. I can maneuver over here. The bake the cake section is not quite as easy. The chicken machine, the chicken up there, which dispenses an egg, is over. I'm looking at that now. The wheat is across from the chicken machine. And where is our escape door? I think if I just jump off, I can come up. Well, bake the cake is the last section. Here. There is the yellow side across the way. This is our side. So the rest of the parkour part of the grid is not housed in this particular area. And there's a glass wall between. If you look down, you can see there's an area of approximately maybe two or three blocks in between. And if you think about the shape of the grid, let's see where we are. Okay. I need another map. This is how I got the maps. Give at P for player, map, give at P, compass, craft the map. The compass is needed in order to have the locator on the map. So I am looking out of the bake a cake section, and if you look at where the locator is pointing towards the north, that would be the parkour section with the red and black platform to the orange and black platform to the yellow and black platform across the water to the balcony area at the end of the grid. And if you look up, you can see that shape of the balcony area up there. So that is how this Emerald grid is structured in the Grid Runners game. For this particular video, the structure in this Magenta Chunk is somewhat of a duplicate structure without all the mobs and details, and of course totally missing the light that you would find in the real intended structure for Emerald about at least 40 blocks above from where we are now. Thank you. Bye.